The shock jock eats humble pie. But is it fair to lay some of the blame for Jones' comments with Tony Abbott?
This is what we are dealing with in terms of a culture of the Liberal Party that says anything goes, that engages in personal abuse.
They're spreading the blame. Hello everyone. It began yesterday and it's on in force today. Senior ministers coming out and trying to make some of the mud from Alan Jones' comments about the Prime Minister and her father stick to opposition leader Tony Abbott.
He's very close to Mr Jones. He was pretty unwilling to come out and criticise him. His front benchers were at this event. They haven't been seen or heard. The point I'm making is it's all part of a pattern.
I think it's difficult for the Liberal Party. I think that the government is trying to very much say this is a Liberal Party problem, and specifically it's a Tony Abbott problem because he's quite close to Jones, and Alan Jones, of course, gives him very good publicity.
There were Liberal MPs at the function where Alan Jones made his now notorious comments. But to blame Tony Abbott, isn't that a step too far?
On the Sydney Uni Liberal Club function, of course, the organiser was the president of the Sydney Uni Liberal Club. They've had a cultural problem for a long time with the right wing on Sydney University. I saw it firsthand when I was a student there in the early 80s. We know Tony Abbott's form when he was a student at Sydney University.
I don't think Tony Abbott makes Mr Jones make these ridiculous comments, but I think if you strike a match, you then can't be surprised if the fire takes off in all sorts of different directions. For 2 years, Mr Abbott has been making outrageous comments about the Prime Minister.
So far, Tony Abbott has kept a very low profile on this, only issuing a short statement yesterday.
Why don't you think Tony Abbott's response has been enough?
Because it was pathetic. He waited till 3 o'clock in the afternoon to put out a little 2-line statement. I don't see the word condemn in there.
It is a bit of a stretch to put it so much on Tony Abbott. I think he would have been wise yesterday to be a bit stronger in his language. He was notably milder in what he said, even though he said that the remarks were completely out of line. That was milder than, for example, Malcolm Turnbull, who described them as cruel and offensive. Having said that, I think that the government is now making a bit of a meal of this. They've got the handbag hit squad out with Nicola Roxon and Jenny Macklin. And they've also got a gentleman carrying a handbag for the purpose, and that's Anthony Albanese, who's making some of these points.